Good morning. Welcome to the Gary Abbott YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about the Village's Daily Sun, the newspaper. I finally decided to subscribe. And I'm going to tell you the benefits of subscribing, which I should have done a lot sooner. Here's what I have found out. I was at the Villages Expo. The newspaper person was there selling. I've seen him at the farmer's market. I've seen him around town. And I thought, because I'm part-time, I just am not going to get the newspaper all the time or subscribe. I'll pick it up. It's everywhere at the postal centers for each village. There's a box, you can pay for it. It does cost, I think, $1.25, at least the Sunday edition. So I was like, that's what I'll do. And that's what I did for a number of years. But finally I broke down and said, and this person at this Villages Expo, which I'd never been to, the Villages Expo, that's all about the villages, has a little bit of their clubs, has a little bit of health insurance that's provided here at the villages, like the Advantage Plan and the villages health centers. There's just a lot. But I want to talk today about the Villages Sun. So I've subscribed, and here is the main reasons to subscribe, even when you're part-time in the villages. Why do I say that? Because they explained to me that instead of being $1 an issue that I'm paying now when I'm here, it would be like 30 cents an issue, and I can start and stop it at will, at my own will. So if I subscribe for a year, I get a year's worth, and if I stop it, those days don't count, only when I receive it. And I thought, I should do it. After all of these things of telling you about apps for entertainment and everything else, let me tell you what the reality is of getting the paper. Now, I'd heard rumors that the Villages Sun newspaper was just good stuff, fluff. You never heard about real news. No, not the case, not what I found in this very short 3 or 4 days that I've gotten the newspaper. One of the nice things is I subscribed on a Sunday and I got the newspaper on a Monday. I not only got the newspaper in the driveway, just if you don't know, it gets delivered to your driveway at your house every morning. And the great thing was the Villages Sun called me to make sure I got the newspaper the first day. I don't know many companies that reach out to new subscribers on their first day. And you get a plus, you get another item. What you get is the Newcomer's Guide for the year. I'm sure 25 to 26 is the current year for me. So I got the Newcomer's Guide, you get it with the first issue. So it was out at the end of the driveway. They put plastic wrap on it so it doesn't get wet if it rains or the dew or your sprinklers go off. And I'll just show you a little bit. You know, there's stuff about being a first-time villager. There's how to find shopping and dining. There's all about pets. What's the enrichment academy? A lot of things that are kind of basic information that I've learned over time. But what a great idea when you first move down here. I'd say don't pass this up because I found it very, very helpful. Now the Newcomer's Guide, I haven't really had time to go through it yet. There's a lot of advertisements in case you're looking for a handyman or something. This is a pretty good book. It's got a lot of things about a lot of things in the villages, everything, I don't know, playing shuffleboard. There are a lot of those things. But let me give you some of what I have learned on what the entertainment is for the day and tomorrow. I found that it always lists what's going on today. Another big thing was it had advertisements like the farmers market and crafts at the market at Rolling Acres. I had seen it. I never could figure out what days, and I saw the sign, and I never remember getting the newspaper. The day before, it said, the farmers market on Rolling Acres is coming up tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, I'm going. I went to it. I'll show a couple of pictures here, but it was fun. So I went to something that I don't normally go to that you find. But I also found it had news, real news, stuff about what was happening in Congress, bills, court cases. I found it pretty comprehensive. It wasn't that bad. I was used to getting a lot of my stuff off the internet. The newspaper was great. Another item that hit was this week is the whole multimodal path going from Eastport, using the Bexley Road, so going over the Bexley Bridge to Eastport. The multimodal path was closed. Hadn't heard anything about it. It was posted in that Monday newspaper, and it's been posted every day while it's been closed. So people that didn't know. And it was great for me because I was considering going to Eastport, and it just told the detour route if you want to go. But that has been in there. So I found that helpful. It was before everybody started posting on Facebook that it was closed. So I found that newspaper really good. One of the other things that I found that it was really good for was houses for sale. Now you would think most of us subscribing have our own house in the villages, and what would we be looking for? Well, you probably heard it. People moved 3 times. Some people are now telling me 4. I moved here once, but I'm looking. God, I'm looking. It's horrible. I'm looking. And everybody will go, why are you looking? Well, you start looking just to see that, hey, maybe you need a little bigger room for company, or you need maybe a bigger lanai, or maybe you need a pool. You start to look. I'm not encouraging you to do this, but what it is the open houses. Now I know on the app they show the open houses, but I actually block those out and go, do the listing high to low, don't show me the open houses. But the open houses, for 2 days, I zoomed by different places that were for sale in the model that I was looking for. Now, my agent does a great job, but I just saw the ads. One was a open house, and I really got to see what, if I paid extra, because you can stretch rooms, lanais. Some of these for sale have the stretch. So I went there, not knowing if that was the right house, but what does it look like with this stretch? I'm still not sold that I'm ready to move. I love my house. I think I picked a good one the first time around. So that's important. So the newspaper, okay, I got it this morning. It comes early. I got up 5 o'clock, 5:30. Little unusual for me to be up that early, but I did get up, picked up the newspaper, went into my office, started going through the newspaper, reading some of the news, looking at different things, seeing what the entertainment, see what special things are happening. It's great because the Villages puts its stuff in there. And I started doing Sudoku. I started doing the word puzzle. I don't normally just do that in the morning. I'm not really in the swing. Years ago, I did get the newspaper on a regular basis. And then I unsubscribed. The thing became thin, small. I may have it upside down here and there. The Village's Sun newspaper had multiple sections: sports, national news, the sales. It even had a few sale flyers, and it's like Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So I give it high marks. I found a lot in here. I actually liked going back to getting a newspaper and taking the time in the morning, grabbing my cup of coffee, and just sitting down and reading the newspaper. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of young people can't probably relate to it, but I really liked it. And the local news and businesses, the lifestyle, the classifieds. I told you it's dangerous if you're thinking of upgrading or downsizing. I see that the paper could really be helpful. So I wanted to just put that out there that this is a much easier way to see what's happening today. Now, don't go buying the paper. I had done this before. I bought the Sunday newspaper and didn't read it till Monday. And I missed it was telling me everything that was happening in Sunday. So if you get the newspaper, I recommend you read it in the morning. You read it in the morning. Then you'll know what's going on. You'll know when there's closures of multimodal trails or if there's a road closure. You'll know those things, which is kind of important if you're going from one place to another. I know a lot of people were like shocked that they put Jersey barriers in front of the road to block people from going on the multimodal track. I wasn't. I was like, I knew it. I knew it ahead of time. So getting the newspaper is probably something you should consider. And if you're like me, part-time, you can start and stop the newspaper at will. And how attentive they were to call me on the first day. They get my thumbs up for a business really catering to their market. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a short about the Village's Daily Sun, but I found it really good. Thanks for watching. Say hi when you see me in the Villages.